I have the urge to sing Into the Unknown, but I know I will not do Elsa any justice. So I'll just shut up and remember how good that song made me feel. And it made me feel so happy. I really hope you feel the same way. Good morning, afternoon, evening everyone. Hi, my name is Myra and welcome back to my channel. Finally, I did a movie review with the most current movie there is, which is Frozen 2. Very sorry for the delay because, well, there's a lot of things going on, and I already said in my Instagram that I felt a little bit stuck with my YouTube content right now, but I am trying my best, so I hope you really like what I've been cooking recently. Don't worry, I will still do movie reviews like this and trailer reactions, but there will be other segments that I'm currently working on, and hopefully it will make you entertained as well. And as usual, before I begin, don't forget to click that bell button besides my subscribe button so you'll be notified if I upload something new. Now, I'll say it before and I'll say it again, if you do not know one of my main mantras when it comes to movies, sequels statistically sucks. We've seen it before, like the recent one was Zombieland, that was horrible, and even Cars 2 was at fault. The level of failure is just over the roof, the top, everything. But thankfully, Frozen 2 is nowhere near that. It was actually good, almost even better than the first one. Almost. The story continues with Elsa being the Queen of Arendelle, but she knew she was meant for something more, that she wasn't supposed to lead the kingdom. And because of that, she heard voices. That connects back to the stories their mom and dad used to tell, which is the King and Queen of Arendelle, I believe. The voice that Elsa heard lead them back to their past, and in order to fix everything that went wrong, they have to face the past and eventually make peace with them so everyone could grow and embrace the future. As always, stop here if you haven't seen the movie. First of all, it is always a treat to see little Elsa and Anna, and that's exactly what we get in the first scene. Then we were properly introduced to the story background on how their father became the King of Arendelle. Slowly but surely, the truth resurfaced, and it became clear that the theme of the movie is growing up, or just, how to evolve as a human being or individual. The first movie centers on the conflict between Elsa and Anna, and here it is focused on their growth separately. I don't think that this theme can be understood easily, but this film just makes it work.
Far away, as north as we can go, once stood an enchanted forest.
You've seen an enchanted forest?
Yes, it was a magical place, but something went wrong. Since then, no one can get in or out.
I have to say though, every time they unveil something from the past, my heart just breaks. When Elsa realizes that water have memories, I didn't know what to expect until I saw the shadow in the form of ice. The fact that the people there were trapped for, I think 34 years, correct me if I'm wrong, and they have been fighting each other surrounded by the mist. It was sad, but I guess they are also waiting for Elsa's power to be strong enough so she can set them free. once and for all. Which reminds me, there are a lot of moving parts involved, such as the elements, the rock giants, the Northuldra people. I think I say the name wrong. Northuldra. I think that's it. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And of course, their past. That's also a moving element. And usually at this point, I would say that things moving a little bit fast and everything felt jumpy, and they tried to cram a lot of things in such short time. With Frozen 2, for me, it didn't feel rushed, regardless of the moving parts, of the many moving parts. And the two main characters' separate timeline worked out in the end. I'm talking about how Anna and Elsa had to find their own truths, and they ended up saving everyone. Moving on to the songs, of course, my favorite would have to be Into the Unknown, as I'm sure many of you are a favorite as well. I don't know why exactly, but maybe it's just because it spoke to me like it spoke to everyone else. It's about finding your place in life, finding your purpose. And I think everyone felt lost once in a while in their life and needs some kind of support to find themselves again, where this song serves as that support. Idina Menzel sang it beautifully, and I got chills when she hit that high note over and over again. Other honorable mention includes Olaf's number, where he was chased by Gale and that fire lizard. That was pretty fun. And my other favorite was when Kristoff sang that kind of like pop rock ballad song, the one that he has all of those reindeers as the background voice. It was about his love for Anna, but he got lost in the woods. When I watched this scene, there's a kid beside me that has this flat expression. But honestly, when I was watching it, I cannot stop laughing. I mean, because of the song was sung in this textbook music video style of the 80s or the 90s. There's also multiple faces of Kristoff everywhere, and then he could pop here, and then he could pop in other places in just a matter of seconds. Or maybe there's even two Kristoff, I don't know. It was a travesty, but a good kind of travesty. It's not for the adults who are watching this movie, I guess. Another favorite moment of mine is when Olaf told the entire story of the first movie when he was being himself. The scene lasted for a few seconds, probably even a minute, and it was a delight to watch. For a snowman that is concerned of growing up, he looked pretty childish here. I think Josh Gad just went all out on this one. Probably improvise everything from beginning to end. And the animators just have to work overnight to create his vision of this talkative Olaf. Now, when we talk about characters, I don't think there's anyone worth mentioning, at least not the new ones. But I am glad that we get to see their parents more, even though they are non-existent in the present. But their past is so lovely, and because of the parents' character growth, we get to see how Elsa get her power and where their mother actually comes from. I was hoping for an introduction of a new main character, but everyone new that was introduced act as supportive roles, just to propel the storyline further. Which was fine by me, I guess. It was just not my expectation, you know? So, should you watch this movie? I have to say that the impact wasn't as hard as the first movie, where our hearts are basically ripped apart from our chest with the drama between these two sisters, but I understand the changes that they needed to do and how it affected them and the people around them. And learning the past helped them to move on. I believe that this is a theme that we can all be too familiar with as well, making this sequel still pretty much relatable. So watch it if you have the time and see this magical world from a different view. And that's it, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this movie review, and if you do, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, you know the drill, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. They are in my description below. Thank you again so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time. Bye!